What's up, people? Boys, let's talk about the Templar, and let me show you the Templar skills English translated version from the Korean developers' latest livestream. I'm an AION 1 player with 15 years of hardcore experience, and in these 15 years I have played with every single classes. So at the end of the video I can give you the nice conclusion. Does the AION 2's Templar looks the same fun and powerful class to play as it was in AION 1? And by the way, if you are interested with the classes in general, I'm hiring amazing hardcore players from AION 1 for each classes to make sure I will drop the high quality class guides for the future. I'm Enchanter and Sorcerer main from AION 1, and I'm gonna play with those two classes in AION 2. And because of this reason, I have hired incredible people for the Cleric, for the Templar, for the Gladiator, for the Ranger, for an Assassin, and for Spirit Master. I'm paying those people half the revenue for the videos, and they will send me them gameplays and POVs so we can make incredible and high quality content for every class in AION 2. And if you don't want to miss that videos, hit the subscribe button for this channel, because once the game will comes out on the Korea and Taiwan, I'm gonna bomb my channel with the hardcore class guides. And boys, I have two incredible news for you. First, I'm gonna start to stream on the Twitch after November 15, so you can join me there and ask me anything regarding AION 2, and we can have a lot of fun on the live stream. And second news, my channel reached a new achievement with you guys, and now YouTube unlocked me a membership option. If you're interested to join a lucky squad with an amazing status such as Officer, such as General, Great General, and Commander, with an amazing my own handmade badges, you can click on the join icon near the subscribe button. It's not mandatory membership. I still love you all of you guys, all of my subscribers, and since you are the subscriber for my channel, that's already a big deal for me. That's increased my motivation so hard to push the forward. But if you have wish and power to support my channel, additionally you can join our membership. Alright, let's move to the main topic. First, you need to know how AION 2 skills works. Every class skill in this game have same pattern for description. Does not matter is it Chanter, is it Assassin, or any class. First you see the name and level bar, but we don't know it yet what is the maximum enchant level for the skills. On the developers livestream I could see the skill levels for like a level 4 or like a level 20, like a 21, so we don't know the limit yet. After the name, you can see the text like an engine, which means the chain. If you see the skill have this type of the name tag, it means that this skill is the chain, or the specialization made it like a chain. And you can use it with the combination of the different skill, or once you will activate this skill, it have its chain connection. I love this feature, guys, because today's MMORPGs, the skill limitation is so high, and such kind of the effects, like such kind of the features when you have the chain effect, which is make the connection between the other skills, or it's increase the rotations for the each skill itself, gives you a lot of possibility, and it's kind of loophole, you know, you can use way more skills than it's just showing on the panel. It is so good feature, and I'm so happy that we will have it in AION 2. Second, on the skill description comes the skill identification. In this matter, you will face a different identity to the different skills, such as is the skill physical or the magical, is it attack or the cast, is it buff or debuff to the enemy. Third section is about the skill description itself and tells you the full description for the skill. It also indicates itself the structure of the skill, like is this skill for the non-target, is it skill for the target one, can you do it while you're moving, or it locks you in animation. The fourth section is about a skill specialization, like the latest example Throne and Liberty, when you could power up your skill with extra bonus effects. Same was in Arcade, and many MMORPGs have such kind of the feature, and it is so good. It gives you a lot of flexibility in the combat. And the final section, we have the backstage structure, such as how much mana you are using if you will use this skill, what is the cooldown for the skill, how many players it can hit, and such basic details. By the way, guys, remember we have 4 normal skills, 4 Stigma skills, and 4 locked skills on the Q, on the E, on the mouse left and right buttons. Each class also have the 40 skills, so you can swap your normal and Stigma skills based on your situation. For example, if you want to go to 1 versus 1 arena, you are just taking the single target damage skills and you are just focusing for that. If you want to go to the mass fight or mass farm, you're taking more AoE type of the skills. This is really good option, and you can all the time modify your class so you will never get bored. Alright guys, now let's move and reveal each skill one by one. If you're planning to play AION 2, you're gonna need something to fix your ping. And right now, the GearUp is the best option on the market. This is a Singaporean company and have one of the best connection to Asian servers. Here is the short results based from popular locations to AION's Korean and Taiwanese servers. GearUp is not a VPN, it's the ping reducer that finds the fastest routes from your PC to the game server. So your connection stays stable and smooth while you're playing. This program is so simple and so soft to use. Also, it takes the lowest amount of the RAM space what I have seen in the ping reducer programs. And here is the cool part. You can actually go to the GearUp webpage and check the ping for AION 2 from your location. Also, my viewers have the special offer to test the program for free. Just find the GearUp link in any of my videos, or you can find them on the pinned comment. Download the program, activate my code aluckyro and get extra free testing time. Then you can download the AION Classic from Taiwanese Purple and check ping there. Since AION 2 will have exact same location in the Taiwan where AION Classic is, so with this movement you can measure your ping in AION 2. And if you like it, and trust me you will love it, use my promo code aluckyro1 and get 20% discount for every monthly plan. And boys, if you're like me and can't wait to test the game on its first launch on Asian region, GearUp is the best option for the smooth gameplay. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Let's start it with the mouse left and right button, and the first one we have the consecutive slap, which is the engine skill, and this is the physical attack skill. It deals 1200 damage up to 4 enemies with the 4-meter radius and increase them hostility. And with the specialization, you can add the functions such as absorb the 50% of the damage as the life. It's just a 50% life steal on your damage. And one of my favorite specialization is that upon the hit, the punishment skill gets recast time 22 seconds. Sadly guys, we cannot see the recast time, what is the cooldown for the skill, since the developer is the covering of the picture, but the mouse left and right button does not even have the cooldown. I mean, the cooldown is so low, and the cast time is the instant. Now let's go to the mouse left click and we have the fire strike. This is also the engine skill, and it means that this is the chain skill. It does the physical attack and deals 550 damage up to 4 enemies with the 4-meter radius and increase them hostility, and also restores 100 of your mana. This skill with the specialization, you can boost it to give it to the life steal, 7% life steal, which is also amazing. And one of the specialization can grant the skill the power to make a multi-hit with the 50% chance. Again, we cannot see the recast time and the casting time, but they will be insta, like without any cooldown. Alright guys, that was the mouse left and right skill buttons, and now it's time to move on to the first normal skill. And it is the capture. This is the magical skill and it's have the weakening debuff. It deals 1200 damage to the target in the 20 meter, pulls them towards to you and has 75% chance to bind them for 2 seconds. But if the target is NPC, the bind chance is 100%. And it's an amazing specialization. If you activate this and if you will kill the target with this skill, it will get reset. And when the target have the HP less than 50%, the bind will activate for 3 seconds instead of 2. Cast time is insta and cooldown is the 50 seconds, and thanks God, this is a single target hook in 20 meters radius, but I'm sure the Templar will have the massive hooks for sure. Let's go and let's check the Stigma skills, the big boy skills. Okay, this one is the second normal skill, Sheared Bulge. This is the physical attack skill with an weakening debuff. It deals a 2000 damage to up to 4 enemies with the 4-meter radius, and targets have 60% chance to stun by the 3 seconds. This is a CC skill. But if target is NPC, it have 100% chance to stun. And with the specialization guys, you can increase the stun rate up to all enemies. All 4 enemies you can stun them. The casting time is insta and the cooldown is just 10 seconds. Third normal skill, we have the Shield Strike. This is the physical attack skill, and this is the enforced skill, which means that it gives you the power. And it deals 1900 damage up to 4 enemies in the 5-meter radius around you. And you get the shield with the 2000 damage power and your HP gets restored. This is amazing skill. And as much enemies you will hit, more HP you will get and more shield you will get. And with the specialization, you can modify this skill and you can activate it to your party member and increase them damage resistance up to 20%. This is an instacast skill and it's have just 30-second cooldown. Our fourth normal skill is the punishment. This is a physical attack skill. This deals 3000 to 600 to 5700 damage up to 4 enemies with the 5-meter radius around you. And this is a chargeable skill. It means that on the first level you have the 3600 damage, on the second level you have some between the middle, and on the 3 level you have maximum damage 5700. With the specialization, you can grant it is the life steal 10%, and you can even increase the cast time, charging cast time up to 30%. And if it hits the multiple targets, it ignores them, block and evasion. Charging time for each level is the 0.3 second, it have the 30-second cooldown, and the range is the 5 meter. Now it's time for the Stigma skills, and the first big powered Stigma skill, which is the God's Punishment. It have the multiple things. It is the physical attack skill with the weakening debuff, and it grants you with some speed. Let me explain. It deals 2800 damage to 3300 damage up to 4 enemies in the 4 meter radius of the target in 20 meter. This is a shooting skill. If the target is in the 20 meter, you're just shooting him, and around the target 4 meter radius, other 4 players also get hit. And there is a 75% chance to stun that targets for 3 seconds. And if stun is not enough, you are slowing them for 10 seconds. And if the target is the NPC, there is a 100% chance for this everything. But with the specialization, you can increase the slow power to make it slow the target 40%, cut the movement speed for 40% for 10 seconds. That's insane, and that's why it's have the 1 minute cooldown, but it's an insta-cast. Our second Stigma skill is the Comrade Protection. This is a magical skill. This is the Enforce. This means that it is the buff. And it gives you the for 10 seconds, whenever a party member within the 40 meter radius gets attacked, you take 21% of them damage. And the attacked party member takes another 21% damage. During this duration of the Comrade Protection, the shield effect of the Seal Guardian passive and the damage resistance is increased up to 1.5 times. And if your health is below 25%, you can recover extra 25% of your maximum HP. And when the skill duration will over in the 10 seconds, if you will be alive, you will immediately get 50% HP of your max health. This is incredible skill. This is like a bodyguard, if you remember from AION 1's Templar, but way much modified bodyguard. That's why it's have 2 minute cooldown. And you can activate it in the 20 meter, and the maximum player which this buff can cover is the 4 members, since in AION 2 the parties are based on the 4 players. Next Stigma skill is also the buff. This is a double armor. This is a magical buff. And it's increased the damage resistance up to 50% and all attribute resistance by 10% for 20 seconds. This is like an Ude. This is like a shield. If you don't know what is an attribute resistance, this is the strike from the fire, this is strike from the water, this is strike from the earth, and this is strike from the wind. This is a magical attribute attack damages. And also, it's a reflection of the 10% damage if target is close by 5 meter to you. And with the specialization, you can grant this skill the specific function for the Iron Wall defense, and if you activate these both skills together, the Iron Wall defense increase the 1.5 times. This is full protective abilities, and right now is in this build, this tester had the full protective tank. Because all the Stigmas you can swipe from one to another, and he chose some defensive Stigmas. And let's talk about our last Stigma. This is the Shield Protection. Again, the defensive Stigma, magical buff type of the Stigma, which temporarily increase the block damage reduced against the forward attack by 100%. And the grants Guardian with the shield block. It means that if you're hitting the tank under this buff, every front damage will be 100% blocked. This can be cast up to 3 times in a row. And on successful block, it restores 300 spirit, which is highly doubt is the energy for your active block. And it gives you 10% HP. With the specialization, you can grant it with the extra one-time cast, and you can remove the stocking position, and you can use it while you're moving. You know, guys, what I'm thinking about this? This is so good skill. It's a movementable skill, and you can target this skill. I mean, you can use it on the pro move, like activate this Stigma skill on the perfect time and perfect moment. The power for this Stigma skill is incredible. And the cooldowns are not high. It's hard to time the block, like time someone's skill, but if you will time it good and it comes from your experience, this skill is so powerful skill. And in general, guys, the Templar skill looks amazing. And as I said, this guy chose this defensive Templar, but I'm sure from these 40 skills, what you have in a bag, you can choose the way offensive position for your Templar. This class, like the others, from this point of view, looks so good. Game is not out yet, and I can't tell you how it feels, but I can definitely tell you it looks fantastic on the paper. Almost all classes from this gameplay look smooth and stylish like the original AION 1's 8 classes was. But boys, once the game comes out, in its first week I will drop the renewed classes videos, and guys, as I said, I have amazing people for each classes, true hardcore and one of the best players from AION 1, and I'm kinda hiding them in a job, since I cannot focus all 8 classes to make the top content for each. So I just decided to split the video revenue to them, and they will provide me them gameplays and help me to make incredible guides for each classes. Yes boys, that's how I work. Instead to drop some average class guides, I'm always focusing to make the high quality content. even if I need to pay the money for it. This is my mentality, boys, always the best and always the maximum, and I hope you will enjoy those videos. So if you don't want to miss any of them, click the subscribe button for my channel. That's also increase my motivation to push this quality content for the future. By the way, I'm gonna start to stream on Twitch, so if you have any question regarding AION 2, you can come and find me on the Twitch. I'm starting the live streams from around November 15, so follow me on the Twitch and let's make fun together. That was it, boys, for today, and as always, see you in the next video.